Well, nearly 70% of New Yorkers are renters, not homeowners, and many of them have lost their job because of COVID-19. And while there is a moratorium on evictions, rent is still due on April 1st. At this building in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, all 32 tenants might not pay their rent on April 1st. They've asked their landlord, Isaac Schwartz, who owns nearly 50 buildings in the city, to work with them, but haven't heard back.
Asking them to reduce our rent by a minimum of 50% beginning April 1st, so this Wednesday, with the possibility up to 100% rent reduction or forgiveness for those tenants who have completely lost all forms of income and won't be able to pay.
So if they don't get a response, they might all collectively withhold their rent.
We're standing in solidarity with those who can't, because we know that if 3 people in a building of 36 can't pay rent, those people will be taken to court and be evicted. But if we stand in solidarity with them, the chances of that happening are reduced.
While there is a moratorium on evictions, it does not stop rent collection. Millions are out of work. Just this week, Macy's announced it will furlough most of its 130,000 employee workforce, and New York City remains basically shut down. Queens State Senator Michael Gianaris has proposed legislation to freeze New Yorkers' rents for 90 days. Both for residential tenants and small businesses.
That's great. No one can be evicted for 3 months. But in the meantime, the rent obligations continue to accrue. And so for someone who cannot pay April's rent because they don't have any money, they're certainly not going to be able to pay April, May, and June's rent in July.
Governor Cuomo was asked about the bill.
Even the people to whom you pay the rent have to pay the rent, right? And they have expenses. So no evictions for non-payment of rent, and then we'll see where we are.
And well, what about the landlord's rights? Well, the bill would suspend mortgage payments for those who are deprived of rent payments. In Astoria, Queens, I'm Cristian Benavides, Pix 11 News.